It's what a time to be even more dead. Counting down all the things that make you say, what a time to be even more dead. Now, here's your hosts, Patrick Monahan, Kill Boobadoro, and Scream Lie Booed In.
Folks, welcome to What a Time to Be Dead, even more dead. The only podcast that counts down the things each week that make you say the thing that's the title of the podcast. I'm Patrick Monahan.
I'm Kat Barbadoro.
I'm Eli Uden. Yeah, it's spooky season year round.
Feeling good.
I don't know if we're playing that song because we're still in like goth mode. We're still depressed, obviously, about the events of the past week. But also, I wish it was October 31st again. Like that. Also, I'm.
Take me back.
Take me back.
Yeah.
Take me back. Mood.
No, that's pretty good.
That was very good.
Yeah.
Very much the mood of this recording a comedy podcast today. Very much happy, fun music with screams over it. Really captures the feeling today.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna do our best for you. We're gonna try to distract everybody with some fun stories. One thing we can count on, no matter what happens in the future, animals will keep escaping. Maybe more. Maybe more will be escaping in the next 4 years. It's possible.
Yeah. No, if I was them, I'd stay where they were. I'd be like, nah, I stay I'm not going to get out into public right now. It's probably safer in the zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what will cheer everybody up is housekeeping. Hey, quickly,
an announcement.
A note for everybody.
We're ending the podcast.
That'll be the biggest housekeeping announcement.
Housekeeping items.
And then the
more
episode
podcast.
just ends. No, but if
Good
you were
luck
thinking
out
about
there.
if you were thinking about subscribing to our Patreon, which, hey, how nice of you. Do not do it from this point on if you have the ability through the Patreon app. Just do it through the website at patreon.com/whatatimepod. Apple is going to start adding a surcharge that you are going to have to shoulder if you subscribe through the app, but you will not have to pay that if you subscribe through the website. If you are already subscribed through the app, I believe you should be just fine. But yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know how many people have the Patreon app on their phone, but
well, this helps that I believe most of our listeners are millennials, and the stereotype is that millennials do not make purchases on phone; they go on big screen to make online purchases.
Good for us.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'll do the double tap on the side of the phone for like that kind of thing, but like if I'm buying something that's like a material object or something, I'm going big screen. I'm not doing that on my phone. I don't trust that.
Well, it's also a big. I mean, you know, as long as this legislature doesn't get knocked down for no fucking reason, the legislature to make everything a one-click cancel, the saga of Eli's Planet Fitness membership may be finally coming to an end.
Eli, I got, I don't want to. We don't have to talk about it, but I got some news for you about the FTC and what it's going to be doing in the near future, or not doing.
Oh, yeah.
So I would not get those cancellations in now, if that's even gone into effect. I don't even know if it's official yet.
I was having a bad week until Nancy Pelosi kept texting me. What a good time. Yeah, keep those text bots running. Don't shut them down or anything.
More texts. Yeah.
More texts.
That's right. I would like. I finally. Yeah. I haven't gotten one since I want to say Wednesday, which is good. But Wednesday was pretty fucking insulting. No, that's not true. That's not true. I got one Thursday that was something like, "We mourn tonight," and tomorrow it's just like, dude, and it's also like I don't even know what. It's also like I don't even know what this pack is. Like I'm gonna give you, like I don't, know what I mean? Like okay, yeah,
you already had $1 billion. I don't know what I can do now.
Yeah. It's like
I don't get that many, thankfully. I mean, Bernie sold me out. Like that's why I'm on all of them because he shared all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like I didn't get as many this time as I got in 2020 at least.
Very not to use the most like popular meme or whatever, but very very hot dog. I think you should leave. Like, look, we're all mourning here, okay? Yeah. It's been a bannered like 2 weeks for my belief in humankind because I also got scammed. I'll be on Kaz's podcast. I'm not going to be on, but
tell us about the scam. I heard something about baseball, right?
Football, but football. Yeah, look, looking back, people, because I don't like when I've mentioned I got scammed, and people are like, "How did you get scammed?" And I hate when people ask me that because I'm like, I got scammed the way you get scammed. I got I knew I was going to get scammed, then I got scammed. It was stupid. There were like red flags. I was trying to buy football tickets to when I was home for Thanksgiving to see the Washington football team. Yes, and to hear that. To see Cletus dance live, the Fox football robot, do his moves.
Wait, it's a robot named Cletus Dance?
His name is Cletus, which is actually pretty good. I do. And he
dances.
Yeah, he does like dance, but they're like, it's like football. So
he's not related to British actor Charles Dance. He's a robot named Cletus who dances.
I don't think he's related to anyone. I think he was manufactured in a lab. But he does dances, but they're like weird dances because they can't be like real beautiful dances because it's like football. So
I want a robot who does like, real beautiful dances.
Yeah, he's doing like weird like punch dancing, and he's a cool robot.
Dancing, it's like not macho enough for him to be.
Yeah,
he's not pirouetting. He's doing like an end zone dance.
He's doing like end zone dances in like b-boy style, a lot of like b-boy style posing.
Ooh, the like crossing the arms, like over crossing. A very good, very good look.
But I was trying to buy these tickets, and so I posted on the Washington football subreddit, just being like, "Hey, like I want to try to go to this game. Does anybody have tickets they're not going to use because maybe they'll be out of town during Thanksgiving? Because I thought there might be like season ticket holders, and this is bullshit. Once your team is not god shit awful, like tickets cost money. They used to be like $20, and now they're like $100 or something. And so somebody responded and was like, I have some tickets. And then, I began a dialogue with them, at which point...
Open the floor.
Yeah, at which point there were a couple different flags, I would say, at the very... generously called pink flags that were like, first of all, they're like, do you have Zelle? And I was like, I don't like Zelle. you don't want to be paying people through Zelle. And
yeah, I think I've only ever used Zelle to like buy weed. Like I don't think I've ever bought anything that wasn't in a legal gray market from Zelle.
We paid for wedding stuff through Zelle.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's like if they don't want to pay credit card fees, you know what I mean. But it's like a legitimate, thing.
Yeah, another reason.
It's legit. It's just like why do you need it?
Yeah.
Well, you'll also find that as I've learned, Zelle is also like the equivalent of like a country with no extradition treaty for money, which is that like PayPal will.
You can do a chargeback.
Follow up on disputes. Yeah. You can. Zelle is like it's like in their terms that they're like you made a mistake, and so or whatever. And I don't want to go into the details of it because it will be embarrassing to me. But they were like, we like settled on a price, and that was the reason I kind of thought it wasn't a scam. Was it was like the price was it was one of those things where they were like they're $2, and I was like, boy, howdy, what a deal! Like. It was the right price for basically what they were worth with a little bit cheaper because I figured it was like, you're a fan, I'd rather sell them to, like somebody like not opposing team people. And then they sent me a fake Ticketmaster screenshot, which I am holding on to be like, I saw something that made me think it was legitimate. And then and then I paid for the tickets and then communication ceased. They did send me a number to try to send stuff to Apple Pay with. I tracked that number. I do have the name and address of somebody connected to that iMessage number. I filed a complaint with the FTC, which I'm sure they'll get to post haste. But yeah, I was telling friend of the pod, Dave Ross, like, and this was before
actually
all this
the person who scammed you is actually going to be the next head of the FTC, so it will be on the top of their list.
Yeah, it's like a white hat hacker, white hat scammer. But yeah, I was telling Dave Ross, friend of the pod, this is before Tuesday. There was a point in the transaction at which I was like, I think this might be a scam, and I very specifically and literally thought to myself, I am right now, as I was sending the Zelle payment, I was like, I am right now making a bet on
Yeah.
the triumph of the human species. I am going to believe in people at this moment. And I sent the Zelle and they never responded to me.
You
again.
idiot.
And, yeah. You know.
That, like, I feel like on Lie, Cheat, and Steal, that comes up so much, is just people being like, look, my two alternatives here are to either, like, take a chance on someone who might be taking advantage of me, or to, like, be cruel. Like, to be an asshole. And I don't want to be cruel, so I'm going to do the other thing. And then they get ripped off. But a lot of them are just like, look, I either live my life being like, or I either try to make a commitment to, like, believing in other people, even though sometimes that burns me, or I become a dick. Like, those are, so, like, I got to keep doing the thing, even though I got ripped off. So keep giving money to people on Reddit is what I'm saying. That's the moral of this story. You can't let them get you down, Eli.
Yeah. The account had post karma. So I don't know. Maybe that's part of their scamming thing now is they post some memes to, like, get karma so people aren't immediately like, this is a fake account. But I also had a moment where
you go into their, like, user history and it's all like Photoshop questions.
yeah. There was also, like, a moment where I'd already given them some, like, the payment price for the ticket, and then they were like, oh, my friend wants, like, $25 more for their ticket. Can you do that? And at that point I knew I was fucked, and I just was like, yeah, sure. Just like, sure, here you go. I
mean, that's when I got ripped off by that guy on the street. Remember a couple years ago doing the classic, like, shopping bag full of broken glass thing? Like, I knew I was getting ripped off, like, pretty early into that interaction, but I was just like, he kind of, like, I don't want to make a scene, and also, like, he just got me. Like, it happens. I'm paying the price to, like, exit this interaction.
And,
you know what I mean?
And that situation that you were in is like, the guy was there. Like, you know what I mean? There was, like, a physical element to it. That's like,
there was a physical guy that, like, you know, it was like daytime. I don't think he was gonna, like, get violent or anything, but, like, I think especially if you're, like, a woman, you're just like, you don't want to make a man mad ever. Like, it can be like very stressful and scary. But also, like, I also was an idiot. I'm not trying to let myself off the hook.
I mean, at that point I was like, sure, let's add another $25 to the dispute I'm going to file.
Ask me anything, I just scammed this guy for football tickets.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, where you're just like, whatever.
Yeah. And then
price I gotta pay.
The best line was, like, once I was well and truly fucked and just, you know, in the pit, they were, like, trying to get more money out of me, and they were like,
that's crazy that they kept doubling down.
Well,
like, they kept trying to soak you.
They'll go until you know, and they were like, they're really good seats. They're right next to the stage, and I was like, the stage, okay, like the stage where the football show is going on. I was just like, you're not even trying.
The stage.
Yeah,
like, it's where Cletus dances. It's next to where Cletus dances.
We love the American football. I can't wait for you to enjoy these tickets for American football.
They were good seats.
Getting tickets to the Washington football team already sounds like someone scamming you. Like, already sounds like someone who doesn't speak English trying
for years. It was, yeah. Like, the idea of reselling tickets was like, the only reselling of those tickets people did was like desperate, being like, they were literally like $25.
I need to offload these. I just meant because the name sounds made up. It sounds like something someone who didn't know anything about football would say.
Well, you'll be happy to know that they're the Commanders now, which is a name that doesn't sound made up and doesn't sound like a AI generated team to fill out a league in Madden or something.
What's something like vaguely military like? That's cool, man. I like that.
Yeah, because the NFL doesn't have enough military. Got to buy my Washington Commanders salute to service memorial cap or whatever the fuck. So yeah, you know, I love stuff in camo. Just yeah. Anyways, I got scammed. I chose to believe in humans.
Folks, this is where your Patreon money is going. Sign up today.
Not wrong. Yeah.
Sign up to pay Eli back.
Sign up to funnel your money to a Reddit scammer.
Making a GoFundMe.
Make it go viral.
Scammed. Help make this go viral. Let's make this go viral.
Yeah. Just one of many, like, human fail. And then that fucking cat, I was just like, why are people like this?
Oh yeah, that was.
I won't tell the
That
short
was so
story.
weird.
Just like I walked by a cat with a collar and a phone number on it that was outside, and I spent like probably 30 to 40 minutes like trying to corral it so I could read the number, text the number on the tag, and be like, "Hey, I have your cat," and they were like, "Oh, he's cool out there. He lives outside." It's like, okay, well then don't put a tag, don't put your number on them.
They must get those all the time. They must get constant texts about their cat.
Yeah.
They should
I suggested
buy another tag that says he's okay.
Eli
He's fine.
had quite the week.
Yeah, I did text that. That was my response. I was like, you should put another tag on there that says "I'm fine" or "I live outside." Then would have been cool. Yeah. So yeah, personally for me, a rough week. It's all about me in this moment.
Believe it or not. Anyways, should we do numbers?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Number 5.
Number 5 comes to us from it's something French and long, but it has The Revenge
A Baguette.
of Bussy d'Amboise. I don't know what that is. So, okay, in the Discord. And this is not loading for me. Everything is going so good over here. I can't even tell you. I had it up, and now my whole Safari situation is a
Wow.
disaster.
Okay, there's actually a play called Bussy d'Amboise.
Okay, well,
right.
there's your answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Got the
It's
story.
a Jacobean stage play written by George Chapman, classified as either a tragedy or contemporary history. It is widely considered his greatest play. So
Okay.
Oh, good
there
for
we
him.
go. We have a very cultured member of our Discord. Thank you. Or they just Googled Bussy and figured out what came up.
Oh, this is
We'll
funny.
give him the benefit of the doubt. Believing people has done me no wrong this week.
That's right. And to celebrate their culturedness, you're going to send them $220 US and an additional $25 on Zelle. All right, so number 5.
I was just like, oh yeah. By the way, everyone, please don't subscribe to the Patreon through the app. Just Zelle us. The new thing is going to be Zelling us money.
Yeah. We'll text you the episodes.
Hit me with that
That'd be great.
Zelle. So yeah, number 5 is from Russia, and it's I'll just read the headline here. Fountain of feces explodes higher than an 18-story building in Moscow. So I guess they got the election results over there. They're excited. This is from October 29th, so it's an early Halloween situation, I guess. Yeah, it's footage circulating on Russian Telegram channels, which is always a great place to be checking stuff out.
I feel like this is probably the least fucked up footage on a Russian Telegram
That's
channel.
right. This is
Gotta
like
imagine.
This is like their equivalent of like, pets being reunited with their owners stuff.
Yeah.
on like Instagram. It's a huge diarrhea fountain. It is 180 feet tall. Contaminated water and debris are seen dousing nearby buildings and a car park for several minutes. Happened a few hundred meters from a high school and a medical center.
Good, so it's sick people shit. That's
people were just
excellent.
filming it.
The diarrhea fountain is on the sex offender list because it did this close to a school. That's part of it.
Man, imagine you park to run to the bank or something, and then you come back. Your
Covered in
car
diarrhea.
is covered in diarrhea.
Well, it's one thing if
Fuck.
well, hopefully at least the diarrhea had stopped at that point, because if it hadn't, then you have to wait until it ends.
You have to wait till the diarrhea stops. Yeah, that's no good.
Or get like an umbrella, I guess, a very good umbrella.
I'm not risking that with an umbrella. No way.
I'm inclined.
Well,
to
we know
agree.
Eli's stance on umbrellas, so
Yeah, I just
You would
walked
never.
through it. It's just diarrhea.
They don't work.
It's fine.
they don't work.
That's not my stance on umbrellas.
I feel like
stance is
you
they're
came out
unnecessary.
pretty strong against them.
I'm against them, but I don't think they don't work. I just think it's not worth the carrying around a wet
Not worth the-
item all day.
Yeah,
Not
the
worth
having.
juice is not worth the squeeze on umbrellas. That's my
Well,
take.
the thing is, you don't carry them around all day. You leave them at a bar.
It's true. Yes.
So you only carry them to a bar. And then when you need another one, you go back to another bar and say, I left my umbrella here.
you
and
buy
there
one
you
of the
go.
$3 ones at a bodega that opens once. It's
Those
not
don't
a multiple
work.
use
Those are
umbrella.
those are disposable. Those are single
Yeah.
use. Those umbrellas.
Yeah. And then the other joke, of course, here is my comedy show on October 29th in Moscow did not go well, guys. My material shot 18 stories into the air.
This is this picture
of it. They have
is,
your posts in Russian now.
Yeah.
You're on Russian Telegram channels. You've made it.
Russian Telegram channels. Yeah, really. Not
this
joking.
is crazy. It does look. It's like the geyser is the only word for this. I feel like fountain doesn't even really capture it. Like,
yeah,
this was contents under high pressure.
It
can be seen from like hundreds of feet away. Like, I would venture to guess this could be seen from a kilometer away.
All the pictures look like someone just activated the grossest Call of Duty score streak of all time. They were like called in diarrhea geyser. They're like racking up points. Enemy diarrhea. It looks insane. It looks photoshopped. Representatives of the conglomerate stress that the situation is under control. The diarrhea all over our city would disagree.
They said it was like because of a section of a gas pipeline was being cleaned out. Why was there poop in a gas pipeline? I mean, that's for farts. You can't put the poop in there.
You got to pipe the farts away. That's the second hole in the Russian toilet that sucks and pipes farts and releases them outside of the city.
You have to centrifuge the poop to get the farts out of it and contain those.
To remove the plasma. That's how you donate poo plasma.
Some sewage treatment listener is like, "Are you kidding me? You know, it's not how you do any of this.
That's not what we do."
Yeah,
yeah.
And of course, they're listening to this because it goes well with the work they're doing. Obviously,
right? It complements. Yeah.
That's
such a satisfying flush sound drop. That's office toilet flush.
That's big time office toilet.
High pressure.
Nothing cleans the bowl while it goes. Yeah. I mean, the sewage stuff is
I was staying at my brother's house like a few weekends ago, and he has one of those like $400 bidets. He has like the nicest.
Oh, the Japanese toilet.
It's crazy. It's like overwhelming. There are too many options. I was paralyzed by choice.
Yum yum when you poop in them. Like, thank you, master. Yeah, I haven't. The bidet is making. I think it's high time, and I'm glad. I mean, I would happily endorse a company that makes a bidet if they pay us. You know, shout out to that company. But I'm glad that Americans are turning
embracing it.
Yeah, my parents asked me to install one, and I was like, "You should have one because you're old and you're taking weird shits all the time." But you got to get on it, dude.
I mean, you lose some mobility. Like, you don't have to worry about maneuvering to handle things if you're old. You know.
Yeah,
I don't have one, but after using my brother's, I'm like, I think I gotta.
You should.
I'm not spending $400, but I think I'm gonna get one.
I'm pissed off when I use one that doesn't have it. I'm like, like, you know, I'm gonna be filthy all day. But yeah, old people bathrooms, they're already looking like a damn jungle gym because they got like support beams everywhere. They can, like,
my grandma's bathroom has like so many. It's like a ropes course in there. It's crazy.
You know, my parents got a chair in the shower. Partly for hip, partly because I think when you get to a certain age, you're just like, I just want to sit down. This is yeah.
Yeah, and it's also like, I'm not. I get it. You know, the sort of like, I'm not going down like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're of a certain
This isn't
age.
what's going to take me out.
Right.
Like, I get it. Shit, I put a chair in my shower now.
I'll slip on ice outside the supermarket and get rich. Okay, I'm not doing. I'm not doing it like this.
I mean, I feel like living alone. That is like a time of high caution for me. Is shower, exiting, and entering, because that's a tough way to go out.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Or the Patty, that's your bit, right? The choking, the fear of like choking alone. And you're just like,
not a good feeling.
I did that this week too. Real great week. Coughed up a piece of General Tso's chicken, and I was like, all right, cool. Well, that was closer than I thought it would be.
Maybe I should be more worried about that. I feel like I don't worry about that too much, but the shower fall. I mean, it's no good either way, but like nude also adds I guess they're both bad because one of them is like you're just shoveling food down your gullet, like you can't even chew. But I don't know. Shower seems worse.
Yeah. Turns out I should have bought two slow feeders. I should have bought one for Iggy, one for me.
You need a puzzle.
Also eating too fast.
You need a General Tso's puzzle.
An enrichment device. Put all my General Tso's behind a series of sliding tiles that I can knock around.
Yeah. You need like with a little spiral in it, so you have to kind of like think about it. Exactly. That's good.
Yeah,
you have to shake it so the little piece of General Tso's comes out the plastic ball in the right way.
And you put your little like powder on top. Your special powder that you need for digestion.
Yeah. Eat a lot of canned pumpkin now. But dude, I had to. This is the first episode where I've had to take away her puzzles because she was making a lot of noise and it would have picked up. But it's very funny, the like sliding puzzles ones. Like she's good at them and can solve them, but it's much funnier because she always reverts to brute force. And it's like, I don't know if you've ever seen an 8-pound dog just truly wail on a piece of plastic in frustration, but it's great. Just like slamming a dog Sudoku around. So
I feel like that because I'm on like all the like my social media is all like fitness shit now, and I could definitely see one of those like fitness guys being like, if you're trying to cut, like put your food in a puzzle thing. I could totally see that. They already mostly eat dog food. Like when they're like trying to put together a meal and it's just like the leanest ground beef possible and lettuce and then like Greek yogurt. I'm just like, this is dog food. This is
gorilla chow. Yeah.
You keep like, it's like how tech people keep inventing the bus. Like bodybuilder guys keep inventing dog food. They just keep.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Not to go more dog. I think that like, like farmer's dog, crazy expensive stuff. I think that's a prank because I just looked it up because I really wanted to know how much it was because I was like, I think this is insane. And they were like, we've computed a meal for Iggy, and it was like chicken, and then it was like Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and I was like, you're just like making dogs gassy, and you think it's funny? Like you're giving them like all the fart makers and being like, no, it's good for them. It's good that they're flying around your apartment like a balloon with the air coming out.
I'm signing up for Blue Apron on the fart makers plan. That's
what is it? Fart lovers. I'm getting a fart lovers pizza. It's covered in kale and
sounded like you said Blue Acorn. I was like, Cass has got the damn squirrel meal plan going.
The squirrel meal.
So Blue Acorn.
That's what they
advertise. Box full of acorns.
Yeah, it's what they advertise in the podcast they listen to in Redwall, man. Blue Acorn.
Yeah, go to the Blue Acorns. You get a box, it's got a couple acorns in there. It's got like half a slice of pizza. It's got everything you need.
Some currants. I don't know, whatever they eat down. Treacle, whatever the hell they got going on down there.
Walking past the
gooseberry wine.
Lemon cakes. Getting my lemon cakes from Blue Acorn.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Walking by a tree with like a big, open knot in it and just like two tiny empty Blue Acorn boxes outside. They're like, it's getting ready for the winter. Yeah. Well, this poop fountain, huh?
It was there. I guess it stopped. There's not really much else in the story. It's like, boy, this sure was being talked about on Telegram. So it's the
it broke through the snuff film noise on Russian Telegram.
Yeah.
It broke through the snuff film and weird incitement of various and dash cam videos. I assume are also playing a big role on there.
Live leak videos of a guy throwing themselves onto the hood of a car, realizing it has a dash cam, and walking off embarrassed because they can't do insurance fraud.
Did you see that happen to somebody on? I think it was on like the Long Island Expressway or something. There was like a video of this a car pulled over in front of another car and stopped short, hoping they would get rear-ended, but the person driving behind them didn't rear-end them. They stopped in time, and so the other car just reversed into the car. They were like, well, we're still going for this. And then they all like switched seats and like got out and pretended to be hurt, and then they just immediately saw a dash cam and were like, oh shit.
All right, see ya.
Well, bye. But I love the we're not letting this one go. Reverse into the car.
I don't think I'm allowed to say what I think should happen to those people. I don't want to get in trouble on here.
You can say it on Russian Telegram. So
That's
get
true.
over there.
That's true.
Yeah.
You could probably see it on Russian Telegram as well. Mm-hmm. Should we do number 4?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
In Russia, toilet flushes you.
Number 4.
I like how the voice like gave up on the joke like by the end.
Yeah.
Toilet flushes you.
Toilet flushes you. It's the voice always sounds so sincere in a way that really delights me.
If that's like Yakov on his like, 7th show of the night, in Branson or wherever he is, and he's like, Russia, something, you got it. And everyone's like, oh,
Yeah. They're like, just yell into the box office, and like, the payments cleared? Okay. Russia does you. There you go.
Is it in my account? All right.
Checking your bank balance on stage and then delivering the joke.
Waiting for the wire to come through.
That's a pretty good bit, actually, honestly.
Yeah. And okay.
Did the Zelle come through?
Yeah. Like Aretha Franklin getting paid in cash before the show and like keeping it on stage.
This story comes to us from Hamburger Hinder in the Discord. If you would like to submit stories to our podcast, you can join the Patreon on the web at the $10 a month level and get access to our private Discord channels where you can submit stories like Hamburger Hinderer has this week. This is kind of sad, but also kind of funny. So the headline here is, study suggests there's no incentive for older birds to make new friends. It's like, they're like, cost benefit. We ran the numbers. It doesn't make sense.
You know what else is a little bit funny and a little bit sad?
What?
The dreams I have of dying are the best I've ever had. Mad World, Gary Jules. There you go. Slow that
Mad
down. Throw
World,
it on a movie trailer.
Tears for Fears, Eli.
Okay.
Tears for Fears. Have some respect.
The Gary Jules is the
Somebody's never seen the
trailer
Gears of
one,
War
right?
trailer.
Yeah. The Gary Jules one is like, I think, kind of better, which is, I love Tears for Fears. Might be a spicy take. Tears for Fears one, not that great. It sounds like someone singing that song over a keyboard demo.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's a weird
doesn't really work. Anyway,
yes,
the birds. The dreams in which they're dying are the best they've ever had. So they, I feel like this would be a fun researcher job. So they are mapping the ages and social networks of the birds in this community on the island of Lundy in the Bristol Channel in the UK. So friendliness helps younger birds survive and breed more successfully. The same isn't true for older birds. So they're just like kind of loners, and there's no reason to keep them around. Which I guess, I mean, don't they want the other birds to? I guess there's no like bird elder care going on. They're not like they don't need
bird
to.
Elder abuse is going on. They're they're wheeling a dead bird to the bank to collect the seed pension. But
it's apparently this is like the first study in birds, because like this happens with mammals. Like all mammals as they get older have smaller social networks, but this is the first study that shows that happens with birds too. So
yeah, it'd be funny. I know that's not what you meant. Where you're like, this is the first study on birds. It's like
first time we ever looked into that.
Like, all right, scientists rubbing their hands together. All right, time to get to the bottom of birds.
Right, a guy at a blackboard like, birds. What do we know? And then like
looking into this very strongly. Birds.
Yeah, let's establish our baseline on birds. There's also, I mean, like obviously the parallels, but there's a paragraph in this story that goes, in humans, it's often been assumed that older people have fewer friends because they're pickier about who they spend their time with. Yeah. And then they add, there's also the issue that there are fewer people of their own age around. It's like, you don't need to go there. You don't need to, just leave it at, we're a little pickier. But yeah, I don't know. I'm with the birds. This is for the birds positively. Like,
I've seen a bird kill itself.
It didn't have any friends. It's very sad.
Yeah.
He died with
I get it.
Let's
see.
Listen to 23-year-old birds talking about everything. Who would? Whatever the equivalent is in bird years.
Gonna talk to me about Roblox? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with age gap relationships in birds. That's the next study, and it's going to make people on the internet really angry. They're going to be like, I don't think this 3-year-old sparrow should be getting with this 4-year-old sparrow. It's not right.
Yeah. Like Patty said, they just want to talk about Fortnite. They don't want to talk about bird Fortnite with all these Zoomer birds with the broccoli head haircut, birds that have brain rot, and then the little that's a thing, right? Broccoli head.
Oh yeah.
The perm. It's like a long on the top, short on the sides.
It's
curly.
great.
Apparently, like young, like middle school boys are getting perms to get that hair.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Nice.
Like
to look like somebody who does fucking backflips on YouTube or something. Is that what that is? Like, wow,
yeah.
That's awesome.
To look like a dude that is coming in a pack with 5 other dudes that look like that to crowd around a Smith machine at Planet Fitness. That's that's where they spawn. That's like where they appear. And then they go out into the world.
A dude who's going to crash a $300,000 car as a prank while live streaming.
They're just future like Cybertruck fatalities. That's they're all going to get their fingers cut off by the trunk. That's what they're
They were born too late to crowd around a Fruitopia machine at the pool, but they'd be slamming the Fruitopia button.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big, anti the youth person. I always kind of pushed back against that, but I'm ready now. It's over.
It's time.
It's over.
Yeah. I'm getting a rocking chair.
Get your act together, people. You
shape up.
Good grief.
I'm buying
and I don't mean your broccoli haircut.
Yeah, I'm buying leather sandals. I'm posting up outside my bodega, and I am ready to lament the state of the world, brother. I'm gonna start complaining.
Pull your pants up.
Pull your pants up,
dude. I'm gonna sit out there. I'm gonna be sipping off a Malta Goya or whatever, a Manhattan Special, just bitching, just complaining all day. Seems sick.
It's time. The lawn chair is calling my name. The urban lawn chair. I need it.
Yeah.
It's time.
Oh yeah. Gonna be sipping some like soda that hasn't come too far from the tonic it originally was. Still basically sassafras extract.
It's in the way back of the bodega cooler. It's like you got to reach way far back, and I'm putting it on a rickety card table. No question.
Yeah. Playing a game no one has seen. I'm playing the game of from like Mesopotamia. Posted up on a folding card table playing the game of
Lamenting modern society.
Yeah. Pushing figurines around on a war map I have. Yeah. I mean, these birds, let them do what they're doing, dude. Honestly, I think the scientists should leave them alone. They clearly don't want to talk to anybody. Stop studying them.
They're good on their own. It's not so much that lack of friends is a benefit. There's just no cost to it. There's just I feel like this is very like, I don't know. These birds are really on the spectrum. They're just like, I see no benefit to this. Like, I've run the numbers. There's no incentive for it, so I'm not going to do it. It's very practical.
You need like 2 people to text, and then past that, what are you doing? You trying to invite people to your birthday party still? No, it's fine. It's all right.
Yeah. You can't be texting my 3 friends to come to the bar for my birthday party, but like being really vague about it, so they're not sure if they're expected to come or not. Bring a friend. Bring my other friend when you come.
Yeah, the emergence of as you age, birthday parties becoming a no worries if not scenario. Hey, if you feel like coming to this, but no big deal. We'll go to the Dave and Buster's and
I had a friend recently who invited me to their birthday, and they wanted me to come to a bar. They were turning like 38, I think. And they wanted me to come to a bar at 10 p.m. And I was like, I'm not doing that. You can stay out late on your birthday, but you can't have your birthday start at 10 p.m. because if you're doing like the bar birthday where people come, you need like visitation hours for people that aren't going to be out that late. You need like an opportunity for them to swing by and give you a hug. And then like the people who are about it can hang out with you until like 2,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can't be doing a 10 p.m. start. No way.
But I get why, because I had an 8 p.m. start on my birthday, and who did I drink 2 athletics by myself in a backyard? No. That was a real grim moment. Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, I'm like, did I go to your birthday? I don't think I did. I'm sorry. I must have been out of town.
Kat had to wash her hair.
Man, that was such a good excuse back in the day. It was so good. I had to wash
I'm
my
going
hair.
to start using it. Just let people know I'm full of shit.
It used to be like a big to do because you'd only do it every once in a while, and then you would set it into like a carapace. It would it would be a helmet, and you'd keep that for like a week, and then you would do it again.
That's a classic lady blow-off move, that's like what happened to John on Garfield all the time or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Liz was always washing her hair, dude.
That's the kind of thing I'm picturing, oh, sorry, I got to wash my hair. It's like, and Garfield's like looking into the camera knowingly. It's like, all right, fuck you, man. He keeps you alive.
Yeah.
He keeps you alive. He keeps you in lasagna, you motherfucker.
He takes you to the fucking vet when you're sick and shit, man. What are you? Come on.
Yeah.
Who's there when you ate a piece of ribbon, Garfield?
It
was
right.
John.
That's right.
Yeah. Also, I understand why Liz doesn't because he's probably bringing Garfield every day to be like, he ate lasagna. And she's like, are you feeding him lasagna? And he's like, sort of a lot.
I'd also be like, why do you eat so much lasagna? That's also weird.
He really likes
John
it.
Slim.
Making lasagna every week. It's a lot of lasagna for a bachelor.
Lasagna, not quite a bachelor meal. Oh, yeah. Still love you. Text him. Oh, I'm not going to make it tonight. I have to stay home and grow my chitinous carapace. Have to produce my exoskeleton.
I'm molting.
I'm molting.
I can't
I'm
come.
molting tonight. I have to shed my dead skin.
I'm mid-molt. That's what happens when you do like those foot masks. The baby foot. You ever done one of those?
No.
It makes your feet molt. It's pretty nasty. I feel like that would be a good excuse. I'm doing baby foot tonight. I can't come out.
I have baby feet tonight. It would take me hours to get to the bar. I have
so many
the
tiny
legs
steps.
of the baby. Yeah.
Anyway,
Slap, slap, slap.
slappy walk to the bar. Folks, if you're enjoying this episode, you would probably also enjoy our bonus episodes. We have tons of them, several hundred, I believe, on our Patreon, patreon.com/whatatimepod. Please sign up on the web if you're going to sign up. This week on the bonus episode, we cover a wide variety of topics, including the famous Orla, Texas.
We also revisit the entirely predictable descent of the Catholic Church's anime girl mascot into the world of internet smut.
And finally, we give some entertainment recommendations, including a little bit of in-depth discussion of The Substance and Teacup, some of our finest, most recent Goop-related entertainment options. Each week on the Patreon feed, we also do an ad-free version of our regular episodes. So you can check that all out, patreon.com/whatatimepod.
Let's do number 3.
Number 3, this comes to us from Nirvana's replacement frontman in the Discord. This is a story about some unpleasant art that was finally, to great celebration, removed.
Unpleasant in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's cool, but
As all art is,
Sure.
All art is unpleasant to the beholder. No. Yeah, it's one of these things where, I respect it because they try to give, I guess, public funding to and they want to give public funding to modern artists, and then sometimes they put up something and everyone's like, well, we don't like that. We don't, it's a lot safer to just put up another statue of George Washington's horse or whatever.
the thing that's crazy though is that I think people were posting about this on Twitter. They did a statue of some athlete recently that was all fucked up looking.
Dwayne Wade, dude. It looks so fucked up.
Dwayne Wade statue. And people were like, yeah, they don't really teach figurative sculpture anymore. So people don't know how to make sculptures of George Washington's horse the way they used to.
They also, I think it's well, the Dwayne Wade is so funny because he looks like Thanos. He's yelling, but his jaw is so fucking yoked out and weird.
I feel like every sculpture like that we see now is versions of that Confederate general that looks like he's
the crazy one where all the perspectives are wrong and he's rootin' tootin' with a revolver.
He's like a Confederate general version of that lion that got taxidermied wrong.
Yeah,
they look
exactly.
the same.
He has grass-eating teeth, but he's a meat-eating man or something. No, I mean, I think it's also I'm not sure about this, but I think they hire a lot of. I think they sometimes try these sports ones. They're always let's get a local artist And I think they get sculptors who don't work in bronze. And so like one thing, because like I've watched, there was a bronze casting studio in at my college. And so like I see
That's
how
cool.
they do it. And there's like different rules because it doesn't, one thing I feel like if you're making a bronze statue, just like close the mouth. Like first step, don't do teeth because the teeth are going to be bronze colored and it's going to look fucking crazy. But I think they maybe
that
get sculptors.
I feel like is a rule for like portrait tattoos too. I feel like portrait tattoos already go. There are many ways they can go wrong, but teeth are a big one.
Yeah,
teeth are
like,
not working out.
That's just the art smile. Like imagine the Mona Lisa, like everyone's like her mysterious smile. It's like imagine her just like full on grinning, just be like it's not artistic as artistic. But yeah, I think they do like a lot of times they're like let's get a local artist, and then it's like you should get someone. It's incredible that the NFL Hall of Fame isn't the most haunted looking place in the world because it's just a bunch of bronze busts, and it's like honestly get whoever does those because. Those are pretty good. But yeah, the Dwayne Wade is crazy. But this statue, I mean, I feel like it's the same thing where I'd agree with you, Kat, that I think it's cool. But also it's like, I don't know if it's every day when I wake up cool. That's where, you know, you're like, you have to, these things, I'm like, if this is in my window of my bedroom, I'd be like, enough with this guy. Like,
yeah,
leave me alone.
I think he's like on City Hall or something. Like, he's on the top of an art gallery. I feel like that's allowed. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can have something weird up there.
So it's to what it is it's, you know, when you make your hand into a little man and walk it around on a table, everyone's familiar with this.
Index, middle finger, the two legs, and then your palm is sort of its body type of deal. You know. Yeah.
The pinky and the thumb become his arms.
It's the guy who skateboards on the little skateboard.
Yeah, it's a tech deck guy, and so it's a hand sculpted with like a face on the back of the hand, looking very, I don't know, domineering. Like
it reminds me. It reminds me of something that if it were illustrated, it would be in like a manga. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like just its facial expression. If there were like one frame of a guy who's a hand in a manga.
Yeah, very JoJo kind of.
Yeah.
I think
this would be
I think this rocks. I think this is.
I like it too.
I think it's.
I like the sculpture.
It's so
weird.
Yeah,
so it's like a big sculpture of that hand, and then it has like a very realistic looking sort of solemn man's face on it, and he's just sort of standing there. His thumb is sort of like his hand on his hip, kind of deal. He's cool.
Yeah. Yassified It from the Addams Family. It's It, right? Is the hand?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yassified It.
Because he's got very like Chad face. And so it's been on the roof for 5 years.
It's the hair.
Yeah.
It's the hair. Who's the
hair guy.
Who's the hand?
Does the hand have a name?
Thing.
Thing
is the hand? Okay.
It's cousin It who has the hair.
Right.
And then
Sure.
Thing is the hand. So it's been there for 5 years. And people don't love it. At least some people are described as having revulsion towards it. They finally took it down, or they're moving it. And yeah, it's mixed responses. I think 5 years is probably a good run for a sculpture like this. I hope they just replace. I'm hoping they're not taking it out because people are complaining. But
yeah, no, it's like you got to change it up after a while. There's a really funny sentence in this article. I wonder if this is like an AI article or something, because it says this is what it says. So its name is Quasi. I don't know if that's what people call it, or if it was named that, but it's Quasi is made of steel, polystyrene, and resin. The face was based on scans of the artist's hand and face. So it was based on it's a self-portrait. It was named in part for Quasimodo, the bell ringer in Victor Hugo's 1831 novel, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And then there's a paragraph break, and then it says, hence the male gender some have attributed to Quasi. Like, what the fuck is that sentence?
It's the New York Post, so we got to make sure we get some kind of discussion of gender in there. I guess,
that's you want people in the comments to be like, it identifies as hand / face or something.
Get a billion Apache.
Don't assume it's gender.
Jokes.
Yeah.
I will say The first picture is kind of like zoomed in on the statue. I just sent to the chat a picture of like the full building, and it is placed in like just an weirdest position. It's off center, and it's like
just
kind of the
there.
same. It's kind of the same color as the building, but not quite. So it is like
it's also
I would say,
very big.
Yeah,
like, it's
in
like,
context, I like this less because
I like it more.
It's also like the building it's on is just like concrete, very old, like modern looking, and it's like
it looks like a
just up there.
WPA project or something. I know it's not because it's in New Zealand, but yeah, it's like a very municipal looking building, and then this weird guy up there, which this has been polarizing the whole time it's been up there. And the artist said, perhaps the monster just wants to be loved when asked about the backlash to it.
Yeah,
which is nice. I think it's nice. I love him. If he wants to be loved, he's winning me over.
I was
Put it in
aware
her apartment.
Yeah, right. Sure. Why not?
I was aware of this statue before, and we are going to New Zealand for our honeymoon, and I did not know it was officially being taken away, and I am upset because we were definitely going to Wellington, so we were definitely going to go see this. So I'm actually kind of mourning right now a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. See if they'll set it back up for you guys.
It's going somewhere in Australia, which is what we are not going to because it is too far and there's too much to do. So that's a bummer. But what
apparently they had to take him off with a helicopter, which I would really like a video of him being airlifted down to the ground. Also, very good quote in here. It's really disturbing, but it's a staple of Wellington now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he is a horrifying creature, but he's ours now. They have grown to love him. I think that's nice.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Patty, that you won't get to see him. He might have another public resting place somewhere. But
he's going to Australia. He's not going to be back in New Zealand.
I see. Yeah.
Are you guys doing a bit where you throw your wedding bands into whatever played Mount Doom in New Zealand? You go follow the Hobbit's journey?
No, because it's really it's really like that actually. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, there's real
it's
lava.
A volcano. Yeah.
You can just go in there. So
Gollum's in there. He's in the lava.
You can go in and see Gollum if you pay enough. The guide will bring you to Gollum.
Yeah, they got him chained up in a cage. It's kind of depressing.
Gollum's in the zoo now.
Because he just
now that
doesn't.
The movies are over. Gollum's at the zoo.
He doesn't age really, so he's just there, and he's like, "Yeah, all right." Well,
yeah.
Gollum if you pay, you can give him some pellets.
It's one of those things where there's like there's a light shaped like a fish, and you can move it around his cage, and it'll chase it. Out of his habitat.
Yeah. Going to the zoo for Gollum feeding, where they toss some fish out of a bucket and he does backflips.
You can feed him with your hand, but
he stands on a ball.
Yeah. You can feed him with your hand, but they make you put on a special glove just in case, because he'll bite a hand. He bit a damn finger off, So
they taught Gollum to use the screen with the speaking buttons on it. Hamburger, even though he can still talk.
He can still talk, but they're like, we hate your voice. You need to use you need to use the screen.
Like they have a zoo animal that just says hamburger. Like they're giving you here's a hamburger, like as requested.
That was the fucked up. That was the fucked up thing about Kanzi is like they did feed him hamburgers and he was like really unhealthy and he got taken away from his original like trainers that taught him how to speak because he would just be like M&Ms, M&Ms, M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms.
And they gave him M&Ms. They just kept giving him M&Ms and hamburgers.
Yeah.
Hamburger.
How does this lexigram thing work?
We talk to Kanzi with this.
Kanzi, come here. Come here.
Hamburger.
The language barrier has been broken.
The idea
There's an article a while ago that I saw where it was like, we've been teaching apes this for like decades now, and not one of them has ever asked a question. Like they clearly do not have any. They don't care. It's the treat button. That's what they know it as.
They're lousy dates. They don't want to know about us at all.
Ugh, sick of going out on dates with these apes.
They're just waiting for their turn to ask for treat.
Don't you want a salad? Are you sure?
Wow, that sounds crazy.
Why don't you just get an appetizer?
Your boss sounds like a real jerk.
Yeah, so, as for this hand, I don't know, it's gone. I'm sorry, or congratulations, I guess, depending
Congratulations to Australia, who will be receiving it.
Who cares if you don't? Why would you not like this thing? Why don't people like things that are weird? Like, it's not bothering anybody. It's not like it's in your house. It's on top of like a municipal building. Like, I guess the only people that are allowed to complain are people that work in there. I feel like
work in there or like live across the street and have a view of it. But I would like that. I think that would be nice.
Or like got bad news in there and then had to walk out and see it or something. I guess that would be,
It's an art museum. I feel like no one's getting bad news at the art museum, right?
No one has ever gotten bad news.
I do think it's sad that they're probably just going to like disassemble it instead of what they should do, which is fire it off the building with a wrecking ball. Like, knock that thing. See how far you can launch it.
Yeah.
Kablam.
Trebuchet.
This is classic spite structure material. You know, or you have to make another one that is giving the finger and put it on put it in someone's yard.
Yeah. Well, number two.
Number two. Number two, I feel like we've been on this beat for a while, but I like that we have like sort of an overarching story about it. This comes to us from NC Haunter 326, also feeling the goth vibe still, wishing it was Halloween again. So naturally there are many anecdotal stories about animals getting drunk on fermented fruits and such.
Hell yeah.
Classic thing for animals to do. But apparently there is like overwhelming evidence of this in the evolutionary record. So animals were like, mammals in particular have developed the ability to like metabolize ethanol way outside of just like human evolution. So this article says, ethanol first became abundant around 100 million years ago when flowering plants began producing sugary nectar and fruits that yeast could ferment. Now it's present naturally in nearly every ecosystem. So yeah, like most of the time they're not super boozy. Like most of the time fermented fruit, it's like 1 to 2%, but they can get as high as 10.2%. And a lot of these animals eat a lot of fruit. Like that's their whole diet. So they're getting hammered.
You got to crack open. Sometimes you got to crack open a fermented mango with the boys, after a long week. Crack open a rotten mango.
We love a cedar wax wings, tossing back some berries.
Yeah.
It's interesting though, because like the thing they're saying is it's not that the evolutionary evidence is not that animals necessarily are all seeking these out. It's that they've actually been, the evolution has caused them to metabolize this more efficiently, so they have like a tolerance. And this is apparently especially evident in animals that are in trees. Because, I mean, climbing a tree when you're drunk, on the one hand, it's difficult. On the other hand, getting drunk does make people want to do that. So, I mean, you got 6 of one, half dozen of the other, right? Like, it's maybe good that that they can metabolize it and they don't get as drunk, but also, why are they going up there? Might be from some yeasts.
Maybe sloths are just blasted. If we could translate their speech, they'd be like, check this out. Look how high up I am. I wrote an article on like the drunk animals, and there are there's one bird, I can't remember which one it is, that can like, is just an absolute tank. Like it can just like drink, like as much fermented or whatever. But
birds are crazy. They're like that with spice too. They like don't taste capsaicin, so they can eat really, really spicy peppers.
They can take the spice on Dune, and they're unaffected whatsoever. They need the spice, the precious spice. There are some that are like, there's some that metabolize it really well, and there are also birds that just like do genuinely. They're like, there was like a species of parrot, I think like green parrots, that were like, they're finding the rotten ones because they like being drunk. That seems to be the only reason we can explain.
Well, it's also it's very like calorically dense. So if you're foraging for food and stuff, and you find some fermented ones, lots of carbs, lots of sugar.
Anybody who's opened up the Weight Watchers app at a bar, they know that shit's calorically dense, dude. They're racking up points on the beers. And and then I was like looking to try to find the name of the bird that can just like tank a ton of. Also, this is a fun detail that drunk birds do slur their songs. They are
that's gotta be birds. Fun as hell. Getting drunk as a bird and singing your little bird heart out.
Yeah. These are zebra finches. They gave spiked drinking water. According to researcher Christopher R. Olson, the alcohol rendered these test subjects a little bit quieter than normal. That's not normal.
That's weird.
That's not the usual. And less organized in their sound production. So it's like, yeah.
They're singing too close to other birds' faces.
Yeah. And and then there was also one where in I think in Munich, I want to say, or maybe Berlin, a bunch of birds got really fucked up and then started flying into windows everywhere. They were just a bunch of them, getting wrecked.
The scientists say also even though it doesn't have a ton of evolutionary benefit to be hammered, it does trigger endorphins in them and stuff. It does chill them out the way it chills us out. So,
and they got nothing to do. You want to talk about a high functioning alcoholic? Finches, I guess. They got nothing going on.
They're not neglecting their finch priorities to get wasted that we know about.
As far as we know. Yeah, they're not pollinating seeds correctly or whatever. It does seem like one of those things that would just surprisingly decimate an ecosystem where they're they're not pooping as far away from the tree, and so that's why a national park is gone now. One of those things.
They're getting public urination tickets.
Yeah.
These creatures are disgusting and they have to go.
Yeah. No, there's a bunch that do like to get a little sauced up. I mean, koalas are always fucked up, right? That's the thing. They're always ready to fall out of a tree because they're fucked off eucalyptus. Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, I can't remember what it is that gets them fucked up, but they're fucked up all the time. Elephants are the famous one, right? They have a good time.
There was there was this story I did was on drunk animals, and there was an elephant that the village had had a big barrel of wine or beer that was earmarked. They were we have a big party coming up, big celebration, and the elephant drank the whole barrel and just kind of fuck shit up. It was pretty bad. Drunk elephant, not great.
Elephant stumbling around, not what you want in your village. Probably. It's just whoa, trying to keep it from falling on your house.
Exactly. They found a badger at one point that was literally passed out, surrounded by beer bottles that it had gotten.
Tight.
And the other one I really liked was a bear went to a campsite and drank all their beer. But they went to the cooler and it had only had Rainier. There were multiple brands, and the bear was nah, I'm a Rainier man. I'm only drinking Coors, dude.
That is what a bear would drink. If I had to guess, that's the mountain themed beer. Mm-hmm. That's where they live.
They love a Labatt. They love that. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Why not? Let them get a little sauced up. They're not driving.
They're not driving. That I feel that would kill my cat though. If I get my cat a beer, I feel she wouldn't be into it. I'm rewatching The Wire, and Ziggy Sabaka kills his goose because he keeps giving it whiskey. And then his goose dies, or his duck. Very sad.
I think it's a duck. Yeah,
it is a duck. It's a duck wearing a diamond collar.
Oh man,
that character sucks ass. I hate him.
Yeah, he's awful.
Just a character that's in there to just cause nothing else going on other than causing problems. That seems to be just a wrecking ball of a character. We love it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they should invent animal beers or animal sodas. That's what I was thinking of. I was enjoying a crisp Dr. Pepper, and I was I wish I could give Iggy some Dr. Pepper.
I wish Iggy could experience the joys of carbonation.
Yeah. And I think that could be that seems so much like a bougie thing you can make a lot of money off, doggy soda. And it's just, I don't know, pumpkin pop or whatever.
If you want to talk about farts, though, I feel a dog's stomach and carbonation might be no good. They're already sensitive enough. They can get all twisted up. It's a problem.
Yeah. You're causing bloat. You're definitely causing some bloat there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was I will say, Just Desserts, immediately after he talked about making fun of bloat and dog stomachs, maybe on the bonus last time, I ate an entire Little Caesars pizza and immediately walked Iggy, and I felt like I was going to die. So it's us too. It can happen to anyone.
It can happen to anyone. Oh no, I'm having stomach torsion from my Little Caesars pizza.
Yeah. Oh, it turns out eating a full thin and crispy with jalapeno and sausage and then doing 3,000 steps is also not great for
the fart lovers.
Human digestive system.
Good stuff.
Well, number one.
And this week's number one reason to say what a time to be alive.
This story comes to us from Bookmarked19 in the Discord, who has, I guess, given up their Bookmarked19 Halloween one. This is a story that one of those where, like, the point of this story is, to me, burying the lead a little bit, because here's the title of the story. It says, Meta's nuclear power plans were foiled by bees. Yes, bees. And again, it's like, can we rewind to the beginning of this where you said Meta's nuclear power plans?
Yeah.
I assume it's AI shit. Is that why they
I think it's to try to power all their servers and shit for the AI stuff.
It's very important that Meta have nuclear power plants to power the thing I accidentally touch on Instagram, and it starts a chat that I delete every time it starts.
Yeah.
That's
they need to make more of those. It's my birthday. Can I get one like pictures? That's what they need nuclear power for.
Yeah, I'm glad.
More
that,
crab Jesuses.
Why can't pictures like this ever trend? And then it's a bunch of babies with flying American flags. Or something.
1 million American flags for some reason.
Yeah, those
Countless.
like slop ones. Yeah, or it's just like a coconut with legs farting itself over a pole vaulting bar. like if this is beautiful to you. Yeah, no, it's great. I'm glad that I
Scarlett Johansson.
I killed five square acres of the Amazon because I hit like Patty said, I hit the wrong button on Instagram, and then it texted me a summary of who the Night King was. It's like, good. I'm glad we burned some of our potable water for this. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, well, that thing nobody likes. It's ruining the environment, so we're going to build a nuclear power plant. Mm-hmm. What could go wrong? The company that can't successfully operate a virtual Justin Bieber concert, let's let them control a nuclear power plant. But this is the tech race for nuclear power, where they were planning to build a nuclear powered artificial intelligence data center, which literally that combination of words just sounds like something that would pop up in the prologue to a disaster movie.
Act one of something that cost $100 million to make and made $30 million at the box office.
Yeah. Real. What's his John Carter situation? That movie. It was on good. The land where they were. Oh yeah.
It's fine.
Terrible time for Taylor Kitsch. Unfortunate.
He had a rough Battleship and John Carter. They did not. I mean, that Battleship was not set up for success. Yeah. John Carter, they did not market right. It's like, hey, what the hell? This is all like pretty standard sci-fi stuff. It's like, yeah. The author invented the genre. They didn't really lean in on that enough. It's like, I've seen this shit already. It's like everyone was aping this. You idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. The name John Carter, that's where the curiosity gap lies in marketing this movie. Just the most. But on the land where they were going to build this, they found a rare species of bee, which means that they basically had to shut it down because they can't
fuck with those bees.
Yeah. Can't.
This happened in Austin. Austin has really terrible traffic problems because the perspective of the city was basically, if we don't improve any infrastructure, people will stop moving here. And then that didn't happen. So they were like, fuck, we have to fix this highway. And then they found this rare spider living alongside the highway. And it took 4 more years to get it.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had to, yeah.
It's Good stuff. The plot of that young adult novel, Hoot.
I remember Hoot. Oh my God,
dude,
Hoot.
Was it Carl Hyacin that wrote that? I don't know why it's in my head forever, but
the one thing I remember about Hoot is it took place in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I was like, "That's a crazy name for a city." When I was 10 years old,
is that even real?
Yeah, I thought they made it up for Hoot.
Yeah,
Hoot. There's a Simpsons where they have a rare. It's a screaming caterpillar. That's extremely rare, and they have to protect, and it just screams 24 hours a day.
We can't let this go extinct.
Yeah.
Dude,
he can't be the last to scream.
More bad news here. This is just a selection of sentences, but meanwhile, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft have all recently signed nuclear power deals. Great.
We need to plant some bees over there. Get the bees to those places. Spread the bees around. Put some artifacts under there. That's what you need to do.
Okay, listen to this and tell me this isn't like something that would be said by like the guy who gets his neck broken by Bane in The Dark Knight, like in The Dark Knight Rises, like one of those dudes. This shit isn't said by, like a classic villain. Google also announced in October that it had signed the world's first corporate agreement to purchase nuclear energy from SMRs developed by California-based Kairos Power. That is the most.
I'm glad that's allowed.
Kairos Power, dude. That's, their logo is like an octopus, or it's like some horrible thing.
That's cool. I'm glad people are allowed to do that. It's good stuff.
Oh, here's something else Microsoft is doing. They're planning to restart the reactors on 3 Mile Island. Why is this happening? Why is this?
That is cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I like
that. I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Cool.
I think
Umbrella Corporation is now supplying the power to AI. This is awesome. The Resident Evil company is.
They've reopened the research facility just outside Raccoon City, and it's time.
I really like. I don't know. I don't know enough about it to be like whether nuclear power is good or bad, but doing it for AI is just like that's
correct.
Bummer.
What it is that when it's when it's these people in charge of it, it does not give me a ton of confidence.
Right. I don't want Meta to be in charge of it if we're gonna do it. That's kind of the main. It's better than sucking up all the water, I guess, but like
it's also like,
oh boy.
Look, this is, and I have no idea, but it's like, we're gonna we need to build a bunch of nuclear power facilities to power something that could evolve into something that wants to destroy humanity. That that's a non-zero chance. You know what I mean? Like even the smartest person will tell you.
Let's intimately connect it to nuclear power. That's a very good idea.
We gotta we gotta put Skynet in the silos, and give it control. That's how it gets its power and its strength. So let's do that.
That's like that's my problem with this is like nuclear power, do the research, whatever. It's like I just don't want there to be a chance that like an animated Duplo version of Mark Zuckerberg informs me that I have to flee that I'm now in an exclusion zone. That's what I don't want. Like I don't want to get a Meta update or wate get an Instagram DM
push notification
push to my phone. Yeah, push notification that a meltdown is imminent.
That's why we need to keep putting these bees places. Throw more bees around. The bees are helping.
Yeah, more bees. I didn't even know that bees are an invasive species, but hey, they make honey. Pretty cool. Thanks for coming. Thanks for.
I want to know more about what's the special bee that's different than the other bees.
Let me find out for you. They just keep saying rare bee, and they're not focused on the bee.
Tell me about this bee.
Yeah, just a gold bee. That's what it is. It's made
the
of pure
golden
gold.
snitch bee.
It's a bee with glowing eyes. Has additional loot. That is the rare bee.
It is crazy. Like these, I'm looking up a bunch of different articles, and they all just say "quote unquote" rare bee. Like, what a weird combination of words.
They don't want us to know about the rare bee.
This is why we need better journalism. Get us on this bee beat. This beat. Mm-hmm. I need to know.
The beat.
Yeah. Buzz.
Buzz. That's a lot of the headlines are saying this is a buzzkill for Meta.
Yeah.
So the thing is, it's not a buzzkill. It's a buzz keep alive.
Yeah, buzz save. I'm still thinking about them restarting 3 Mile Island. That's so...
Turn it back on. Flip the switch.
We're refurbishing Chernobyl. Good news.
Microsoft is restarting 3 Mile Island so that it can power its another AI like feature that nobody asked for or wants in Microsoft Office. Very cool.
It's for Clippy. Yeah. They're turning 3 Mile Island on to supercharge Clippy. It's gonna be great.
Bad news. It looked like too many people were writing a letter, and now the reactor has melted down. Dirty water is flooding New Jersey because too many people were trying to build a resume in Microsoft Word.
Clippy has the nuclear codes. This is not the future we were promised.
I do, yeah. Like I get that the nuclear energy is like can be a thing, but it's just one of those things where it's like every time I read about it, I'm like, please don't.
Please don't let Kairos run it or whatever I'm imagining like the logo from Lost is like this company's thing.
Yeah. Definitely some sort of rune, or whatever. It's like it's a logo that lines up with some constellations and tells you a horrifying message.
It's a mission-driven engineering company focused on the delivery of a clean, affordable, and safe energy solution through the integrated design, licensing, and demonstration of advanced reactor technology. So back off, okay?
Yeah. It's good.
It's perfectly normal.
As long as they're mission-driven. That's really, that always puts my mind.
The mission is to make sure that when you click on that little blue circle thing in your Instagram DMs by accident, instead of searching, the thing pops up right away. So that's
faster than ever,
and it irradiates some water that we're gonna need later.
Yeah, it's been popping up too slowly, and people have been able to X out of it before it gives them the results they don't want, and so we're speeding it up. It's good, yeah. Kairos, it's mission driven. It's like whatever Blackwater is called now, like Constellus, and they're like, we're just actually kind of like a problem solving solution company, and it's like, drones.
Did they change again? Okay. Oh, they did change again. Weren't they like weren't they like Academy for a while?
Yeah, Blackwater was then Academy, was Z Services, then like Academy, and now it is Constellus Holdings.
Cool,
good stuff.
So, yep.
Well, we
probably
love it.
My IRA. But
I probably invested in them in some way, so that's cool.
Oh boy,
plugs?
Yeah, let's plug it.
Become a subscriber at patreon.com/whatatimepod for weekly bonus episodes and much more. And head to whatatimepod.com/links for our merch store, Discord, and more. Follow Patty, Kath, and Eli on Twitter and Instagram at PattyMo, at Kath Barbadoro, and at Eli Uden. And check out Kath's other podcasts, Lie, Cheat, and Steal, about liars, frauds, thieves, and bullshitters, wherever you get your podcasts. Here's where you can see us doing stand-up this week.
I have no shows. Listen to my other podcast.
I got 2 shows this week, if you want to come out.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's Tuesday, the 12th. I will be at Playlist, or You Made Me Playlist at 3 Diamond Door at, I believe, roughly 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. Iggy will probably be there, actually, at that one. Then, is that... She's never barked on the podcast.
I think that's Liza.
Okay. Yeah, fair.
Just a dog. Just a dog.
Just a dog. And then this Saturday, the 16th, let me double check on this, but I believe, unless I got the timing wrong. This Saturday, I will be on Comedians You Should Know at the Gutter. And that'll be good. I'll probably be doing a lot of old stuff and A stuff because I'm trying to get ready for my special, which I believe is January 24th. I'm going to make an Eventbrite for that soon. And hey, if you want to come out, it'll be cool. It'll be probably like 2 days after the inauguration, something that I maybe should have thought about. But, hey, get distracted. Check that out.
Finally, you can get all the real material you've been wanting to say for the last 4 years back into your rotation.
Oh shit!
Finally, my fetters removed. I can speak my mind.
What do I have to plug? Check out Constellus. They used to be known as Academy, and originally Blackwater. So check that out. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm mostly on, I guess, Blue Sky now, so it's pattymo.com on there. I don't know. Otherwise, I got nothing else. So, good.
Hang in there, everyone.
Watch some dumb shit. That's all.
Teacup on Peacock. There's my plug. Pretty good.
There you go.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.